Fraser-Pryce bidding for a 5th world title at 100 metres, the 3rd fastest in history, and the quickest woman in the world this year. Her longevity is staggering when you think she became the Olympic champion for the first time in 2008.
She, you know what, I love just watching her and her energy.
I know that face, he used to run against you and Thomas. I see you.
Daryll Neita. She's in lane 5, part of that bronze medal winning quartet last year in Tokyo. She's now in that sub 11 second club, and there's a real composure to Daryll Neita. I get the feeling she's no longer running in the shadow of Fraser-Pryce, of Asher Smith. She's very definitely her own woman, and she beat Gina at the British Champs, and in some style.
That gives you confidence too, going forward.
10-day championship here at Haywood Field. It's going.
So 11.02 for Sharika Jackson in the first heat. What response do we get from one of the greatest of all time, the defending champion? Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce going in 2.
Wind speed readings at the moment are favourable for light.
So many years, so many races. Those hips have swayed from left to right as she attempts to keep herself composed and focused on the job in hand. That reception tells you not only are there a fair number of Jamaicans in the crowd, it tells you there's a huge amount of global respect for Fraser-Pryce. She's in 2. G of China in 3. Clark of St Kitts and Nevis in lane 4. How many great sprinters have emerged since the days of Kim Collins? Daryll Neita, Olympic finalist last year, broken into that sub 11 second club and has done so again this year. Awolo of Sierra Leone goes in 6th. Lückenkemper, season's best, winning the national title, former European bronze medalist over 200 metres. And outside her, Tanya Gaither, who may have taken some motivation from her compatriot Anthony Strawn making it through from Heat 1. Gaither was a world finalist over the 200 metres twice, in London and in Doha, now at the age of 29, just about at the peak of her powers. So watch for her trying to get one of the 2nd and 3rd place finishes if Fraser-Pryce dominates, as she has done all the way through this season. The fastest woman in the world this year, the defending champion, an icon of our sport, will be far right of picture, lane 1 not being used in these 7 heats of the women's 100 metres. Fraser-Pryce on the right in lane 2. She normally starts brilliantly. She's got out well, but so too has G of China. Now Fraser-Pryce coming into her running. Daryll Neita is going with her. Lückenkemper trying to come through for 3rd, and does so. Watch the clock. 10.87. Wow.
That was very relaxed. Once again, she did not get out the blocks. That's not a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce get out. It's a controlled get out, control the race, and she shut down.
Wow. 10 point, I'm just looking to see whether that's getting rounded up or down. 10.87. Daryll Neita, therefore, would have also come home inside 11 seconds. She's clapping herself because that's a season's best at 10.95. Good run as well by Lückenkemper, because she was under a little bit of pressure from Guy out of her peripheral vision, because the Chinese runner started so well, although she faded to outside the top 4. But Guy gets out. No problem for Fraser-Pryce on the right. How good was that?
She is just very relaxed. You see, as she's coming through, she's just pulling down, pulling down, pulling down. Nice and relaxed frontside mechanics, but she's not straining. Good race for Neita.
She's one of her best customers.
Now that's a control 1087. Watch her start. She works out. She's not concerned about that. She has the start. Now she's trying to work her finish. What you've been seeing her do all year is run some 200s to get some strength, because she's known to get out for 60, 65 meters. And she wants to be able to control the race after that. Nice and control.
100 meters semi-finals of that coming up.
That's poetry in motion, to be honest.
Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, widely regarded as one of the greatest figures in track and field history, once again showcased her unmatched brilliance in Heat 2 of the women's 100-meter at the 2022 World Championships in Oregon. Her performance reaffirmed her position as the fastest woman on the planet at the time, emphasizing not only her extraordinary physical capabilities but also her impeccable technique and composure. Racing from lane 2, Fraser-Pryce demonstrated her trademark calm and control from start to finish. Though her initial burst wasn't her strongest, she gradually accelerated, maintaining her signature fluid yet powerful form. She crossed the line in a commanding 10.87 seconds, taking first place with apparent ease. What stood out most was how effortlessly she made such a high-level performance look, as if she still had more to give. This heat also highlighted the growth of her competitors. Daryll Neita of Great Britain clocked a season's best of 10.95 seconds, reflecting her rising stature on the international stage. Germany's Gina Lückenkemper took third, showing grit and impressive finishing speed to stay in the mix. Fraser-Pryce's enduring presence in the sport remains remarkable. From capturing Olympic gold in 2008 to maintaining her dominance deep into her 30s, she has constantly redefined the limits of sprinting excellence. Her occasional ventures into the 200m further illustrate her balance of speed and stamina, key factors in her continued success. In 2022, Fraser-Pryce wasn't just the world's fastest woman. She also completed a rare 100m and 200-meter double at the World Championships, proving her range and relentless drive. Jamaica, a nation famed for its sprinting might, celebrated a historic sweep in the women's 100-meter final, with Fraser-Pryce at the helm, followed by Elaine Thompson-Herah and Shericka Jackson. This feat underscored Jamaica's unparalleled depth and power in the sprinting world. Looking ahead to the 2025 season, anticipation is high for what lies ahead in track and field. Promising talents like Tina Clayton are rising quickly, pointing to a bright future for the sport. Still, Fraser-Pryce's retirement looms, with hints that her iconic journey is nearing its end. Her absence will leave a significant void, yet her impact will continue to resonate through generations. As the season unfolds, focus will turn to both seasoned champions and emerging prospects. The coming year is set to deliver thrilling showdowns, beginning with the indoor season's top-tier clashes. Yet no matter who rises, Fraser-Pryce's legacy will remain a defining benchmark. Through her unforgettable races and the countless athletes she continues to inspire, her mark on the sport is everlasting.